The year is 2035, and though things may seem different, it's still very similar. You're still dateless on a Friday night, scrolling your Neuralink for the endless supply of short-form dopamine hits. Except this is where things are different. These videos aren't created by people. It's an endless supply of bot-ran AI-generated content, comments written by bots, videos shared by bots, and somewhere in the sea of bots, you exist. The internet is dead, yet more active than ever. Today, lady and man, we are delving deep into the disturbing truth about the dead internet theory. And buckle up, because I think it's already begun. The internet was once a frontier, a new and exciting space where ideas flourished and voices from every corner of the globe could be heard. Some of these voices were awesome.
Can I give the money back?
Some of these voices were not so awesome.
I am sitting on $5 million in cash.
But for the longest time, the internet felt alive. But what if that sense of life is now just an illusion? What if the internet, as we know it, has already died, leaving behind a hollow imitation of its former self? This is the dead internet theory, a belief that the internet is no longer driven by human creativity, but by bots, algorithms, and artificial content designed to manipulate and control. And now, more than ever, the dead internet theory might actually be true, and we are in fact witnessing the uprise of an entirely bot-ran system. But we'll get into that shortly. The theory began to surface around 2018, gaining traction in online communities like Reddit and 4chan. It wasn't tied to a single event or discovery, but rather emerged as a creeping realization. Something about the internet felt different, almost as if the soul had been stripped away. People began to realize that everything started to feel the same. Everywhere you looked, it was the same recycled meme, the same viral videos, the same predictable arguments. It felt like something had fundamentally changed, but no one could really pinpoint when or how. People believe this change wasn't accidental. They believe there's something much larger at play, creating this constant stream of bot content to drown out real voices, like a digital conspiracy. Which sounds so far-fetched, but weirdly has some form of legitimacy. Bots are essentially the DNA of the dead internet. These aren't the simple spam-posting bots of the past, but highly advanced programs capable of talking like a human, creating like a human, and posting like a human. They are pretty much human, except they're not human. I think that makes sense. These bots populate social media platforms, comment sections, and even private chats, creating the illusion of activity while subtly steering conversations in specific directions. For all you know, I could be fake. Oh, dude, I look so sweaty. Holy shit. Imagine scrolling through a social media feed. You see posts, likes, comments, and shares, evidence of human interaction. But how much of it is actually real? According to the theory, a significant portion of online engagement is manufactured, generated by bots designed to keep you scrolling. I mean, we've seen it in the comment sections. People use bots to spread messages through loads and loads of videos. And these bots don't just influence what you see, they sort of shape how you think. If on every single video you watched, you saw a bot comment, "Subscribe to Jaros," you would probably question subscribing to me. Not because you know who I am, but because you've seen it repeated consistently. But sure, comments are one thing. It's not the end of the world to see a couple comments. But what about when it's our main source of entertainment? Something that we used to rely on other humans to create for us becomes mass-produced AI-generated slop. Your favorite creator eventually becomes computer-generated. It'd be kind of right? Well, it's already happening.
Whoa! A submarine under the ice! Whoa! The cruise ship's in flames! Whoa! A laser cutting a diamond!
Although I'm sure Kwebbelkop was never anyone's favorite creator. If you've been scrolling on any short-form content platforms lately, you might have seen this man, Kwebbelkop. A man with 15 million subscribers, which used to mean something. And a man who used to be a pretty decent YouTuber. But lately he's been caught mass posting reaction short form videos. And there's nothing wrong with short form content. The only issue is, these videos are completely AI generated.
Alright guys, whoa! Look at that! It's glowing with energy! That's awesome!
And I'm not just talking about what he's reacting to, I'm talking about all of it. Kwebbelkop is AI generated. I'm not kidding. Every single one of these videos is an AI version of him reacting to AI generated content, most likely posted by a bot and ran completely hands-free. I'm not sure if anyone actually enjoys this content, but statistically, I'm sure there is actually an audience for it. And that's what's scary. If this eventually becomes the norm, not only will we have AI generated content posted by bots, we also have bots commenting on the content and then sharing the content, which is where the bots will again comment on the content and then share the content. Sharing, commenting, sharing, commenting, sharing, commenting, sharing, commenting, sharing, commenting, sharing, commenting. It appears I've glitched. My AI model isn't up to date. Bear with me. The dead internet theory is plausible. In fact, it's not just plausible. I can almost guarantee that it will happen to some extent. An internet that's essentially just run by bots, consistently sharing content for other bots to share. It's a scary thought, but if we as creators take the easy way out like Kwebbelkop, it is inevitable. But weirdly, I think the dead internet theory is scary because it kind of taps into deeper fears about the loss of individuality. The early internet was a place where anyone could create their own space. It was a place where people could be themselves and find other like-minded people. But as the algorithms took over, individuality gave way to conformity. The content we see is no longer chosen by us, but by machines that know our preferences better than we do. In fact, I can pretty much guarantee that this video you're watching has far less views than a lot of my other videos, because the algorithm doesn't want to push content that isn't trending. Even though I've put hours of effort into creating this, it's not a video that the algorithm deems fit. The dead internet is a scary thought, but I'm sure it'll reach a point where we realize that maybe we've gone a little bit too far. This is redeemable. We can avoid a dead internet. We just shouldn't be like Kwebbelkop. Sorry dude, you suck. Like, share, comment, subscribe.